Hello, and welcome to the CA Technologies How-To video series. In this video, we'll show you what's new in this release of CA Arcserve D2D. Let's get started. Here is an overall view of new features that have been added to CA Arcserve D2D for Release 16.5. As you can see, we have now added operating system support to allow you to protect your Windows Server 2012 and Windows 8 workstation environments as part of your image-based backup and disaster recovery goals. You can also protect your NTFS deduplicated primary volumes. Windows 2012 allows you to enable deduplication on an NTFS volume. Deduplication will now take place at the primary data volumes itself, thereby presenting only the deduplicated data to the backup system. If D2D is on a Windows Server 2012 system with the deduplication feature installed, then the deduplicated volume could be restored to any type of volume. As part of our new Windows environment support, you can now take full advantage of enhanced data integrity, availability, and scalability offered by Windows Resilient File System, REFS, and achieve comprehensive data protection. REFS is a new local file system that promises much better reliability and is expected to take proactive care of large data sets with improved scalability and performance. With this release of CA Arcserve D2D, we are also letting you take advantage of more flexible and resilient storage virtualization capabilities with Windows storage spaces, and knowing that your data is well protected. Storage spaces allow you to organize physical disks into storage pools, which then can be easily expanded by simply adding more disk. It can be composed of heterogeneous physical disks. Usage of virtual disks, for instance 2- or 3-way mirror or parity, provides more resiliency to failures than underlying physical media. The storage pool can also be moved to another Server 2012 machine and accessed. For this release, we have added support for Microsoft Exchange 2013. Just like with previous versions of Microsoft Exchange, D2D continues to support consistent backups of Exchange, extending its support for Exchange 2013 in this release. These backups can still be restored to either the original location, dumped to disk, or restored to a recovery database. We all know that the process of generating a file system catalog can be a time-consuming task. With this new feature, you can now select an option not to generate a file system catalog automatically with every backup. This process of backing up without generating a catalog can reduce your backup time. By default, the automatic file system catalog generation option is disabled. However, it is important to know that with this option disabled, you cannot perform any file copy jobs. Mounting a disk and operating on the mounted disk takes more time than simply reading the catalog information, especially when the backup destination resides on a remote shared directory. As a result, the time required to perform a restore by search will be much less if you have a catalog already generated. Of course, with CA Arcserve D2D, you can generate the catalog at the time of restore. However, you will need to wait until the catalog generation is done before you can submit the restore. You can also gain more flexibility when restoring data with UEFI BIOS interchange. With this release, you can go from UEFI to BIOS and vice versa. This is especially useful when performing bare metal recovery, BMR, as you don't need to have the same type of hardware, which may mean faster and less expensive recovery. Conversion is supported only for operating systems that support both kinds of firmware. Here, please note the supported operating systems for conversion. CA Arcserve D2D has now added 2 new Windows Azure regions for file copy support, East US and West US. D2D only requires the account information. The account that is specified in the D2D Cloud configuration settings will be used to decide where your data is sent. When Windows 2012 was introduced, a new Hyper-V format was also added called Hyper-V 3.0 and brought with it a new disk format, VHDX. With this release of D2D, all operations, such as backup, restore, BMR, mounting recovery points, and so on, are supported on Windows 2012 Hyper-V servers. With this added support, D2D takes a consistent backup of the Hyper-V server, including the VMs running on the Hyper-V server. In case of any disaster, you can then perform a BMR of the Hyper-V host that brings back all of the VMs on the Hyper-V server in a consistent state. In addition, with the r16.5 release of D2D, we have added support for Eucalyptus 3.0, 3.1, and 3.2 when performing file copy to the cloud jobs. CA Arcserve D2D utilizes a bootkit utility to combine a WinPE Windows pre-install environment image and CA Arcserve D2D image to create a BMR ISO image. This ISO image contains all the information needed to perform a bare metal recovery if necessary. The ISO image is then burned onto a bootable media, either a CD, DVD, or a USB stick. When you perform a bare metal recovery, the CA Arcserve D2D bootable media is used to initialize the new computer and allow the bare metal recovery process to begin. To ensure your saved image is always the most up-to-date version, it is a good practice to create a new ISO image every time you update CA Arcserve D2D. There is basically no difference between the two methods. Windows Assessment and Deployment Kit, ADK, is a Microsoft tool that can be used to create a BMR image to restore all systems. Windows Automated Installation Kit, AIK, is also a Microsoft tool that can be used to generate a BMR image to recover all systems. When launched, the utility will immediately check your computer to determine if the corresponding ADK or AIK is already installed. If not installed, the Windows Information screen opens and you will need to download and install it from the Microsoft Download Center. The Create Bootkit utility provides two methods to create and save the BMR ISO image. Create a bootable BMR ISO image. This method creates an ISO image that you can then burn onto a CD or DVD for storage. The Create Bootable BMR USB stick. This method creates an ISO image and burns it directly onto a portable USB stick for storage. You can then use either of these bootable media to initialize the new computer system and allow the bare metal recovery process to begin. That's it. For more information on using these new features, view the remaining titles in the series or visit the website to read full product documentation. Thank you for watching.